Welcome back, everybody, to the Woodwork episode 5, I guess, kind of. It's kind of a different episode than normal because we don't have our other co-host, Dylan. He wasn't able to make it today, so we're going to do something a little bit different. Instead of talking about news, we're going to be doing a tier list with Manchester United players. We have 5 tiers that Tyler made, so he'll show you that. So, yeah, let's get into it. It's all Manchester United players, so it should be fun.
What's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be doing this tier list that I have created right here. We have multiple categories. In our first category, this is the best category. We have elite. Next, we have class, average, championship level quality, and just scrubs. Please leave. Okay, first up, we have Mason's favorite, Fred. What are we doing with Fred?
I mean, personally, I'd put him in the average. I think you'd probably put him in the good or elite.
Mm-hmm.
I'm willing to put him in good for you.
Okay. He's class. He's going in the class category. Fred's been class this season. I'd say he's right there next to Wan-Bissaka for player of the season. He's been absolutely excellent. I can see him starting for United in the years to come. I think he's definitely proved himself this season. Curious to know what you guys think in the comments, though. Next up, we got Luke Shaw. What are we thinking about Luke Shaw?
I think he's one of the best right backs in England right now. I don't think he's that elite player, but he's definitely not average. So I'd put him at class.
Okay, so we think he's class. I also think that Luke Shaw is class. I think he has a lot of potential, but yet he still has not quite lived up to it. But I definitely think he's class. I think he's a little bit underrated by some people. That injury that he had a few years ago definitely did not help with his progression. Yeah. What are we doing with this thing right here?
Who is it?
It's, I think his name is Jesse Messi. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, the Jesse. Man, I think he's elite. No.
Yeah, seriously, right up here.
Yeah. No, I think he should probably go at the very bottom. We want him out.
Yep. Jesse Lingard is absolutely awful. We were creating a special category just for Jesse Lingard and someone else that we will not mention until we get to that person. But
Right.
Jesse Lingard, please leave if you're watching this.
Yeah, get out
I
of the club.
understand that you have family problems, but you are causing family problems in this family, the Man United family. Please leave. Next up, we have the absolute god.
Bruno, huh?
Bruno Fernandes.
Well, he only has only played a couple months, so maybe that kind of stops him from being elite. But I put him at elite.
Okay, I was about to just stop you. Just do
No.
it anyway. Yes,
That's the only
agree
reason
with
I
Jason.
could.
Bruno is elite. I've been a big fan of Bruno Fernandes before he came to United. I was following him since about January of 2019 before we were really linked to him. Been a huge fan. He's probably my favorite player at the club currently. I think he's definitely elite and is right on the cusp of becoming world class.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we got Anthony Martial. How do we feel about this?
So personally, I really like Martial. Is he an elite player?
I don't think the consistency's there to be elite.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's very true.
Since Bruno Fernandes has come in, I would say he's been elite, but he hasn't done that throughout the season as a whole. So I would put him at class.
That's fair. That's where I'd put him too.
I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Class is fair. Next up, we have – I don't want to say his name because I feel like it's a curse. Yeah, you're just going here. We don't even want to discuss you.
Yeah, you can just.
Please get rid of TikTok, by the way, if you're watching this.
All right.
All right, we got Marcus Rashford up next. I think this one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yeah, just put him there.
Yeah. Marcus Rashford is one of the best young players in the world. I definitely say he's, again, on the cusp of becoming world-class. If you look at his goal record this season, it's absolutely incredible. The consistency was there before the back injury. So I definitely think that's fair to put him in the elite category.
Yep. That's exactly what I was going to say. Yep.
Next up, we got the tank, Axel Tuanzebe.
Okay, so I don't know if he can go into class now. So maybe I put him in average right
Yeah,
now.
I would say average.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with Mason on this one. I think that Axel he's not class yet. He's still really young. He's got a lot of potential. That injury kind of set him back a little bit this season. I think that he would have definitely played a decent amount in Europa League games and in some Prem games. I think he definitely would have helped us out. I think that he would also be an ideal partner for Harry Maguire at the back. He's fast and he's really strong. So definitely like Axel. He's got the potential to be a really class center back in the Premier League.
For sure.
Next up, we got Victor Lindelof, another center back.
Now, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Because he does start most of our games.
Mm-hmm.
But like we've said in the past, we like Baye probably more than Lindelof. But would you put them on the same level? I think maybe this is what we need to decide. Would you put Lindelof on the same level as Fred?
No.
So you put him at average?
I think Lindelof has been really good in some games this season, but he's also been very poor in other games this season. I think that Lindelof is poor in the air. He's not that quick. He's not the ideal partner for Harry Maguire, I would say.
Right. Yeah.
I think that he's average. I think that he would be class if he continued to perform consistently. But personally, I just don't think he's there.
Yeah. So average.
I would say he's average. I'd say he's probably with Axel on this one. But Axel's got the youth on his side. So next up, we got Scott McTominay, my brother.
Oh, well, just because he's your brother, I think. Elite? No. This is also interesting because I don't know if I'd put him in the class.
I mean, we have Luke Shaw in class at the moment. But no, actually, it's not a fair comparison. I mean, I'd say average.
Yeah, but he is better than average.
If there was a subcategory for this, I'd say he would be like above average. And he would be on the cusp of average in class.
Yeah.
Because I'll tell you why I like McTominay, not just because we look alike. I like McTominay because he puts in a lot of effort, and he's more of a goal threat than Fred. Although I would start Fred over McTominay, I think that he's just more of a goal threat in that sense. And he's young, he's feisty, he plays for the badge. He's a good face, I would say, for Man United. Would you agree?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
We're gonna put him in average though. He's on that cusp. He's right there. Next up, we got Eric Bailly. From what I've seen this season, I would put him in class. From what I've seen, he's only played a few games, but I like Eric Bailly a lot. He had a little bit of a rough season last year, but the year before that, he was excellent.
Yeah, that's fair. I completely agree with you right there. Put him in class.
Yeah, he's the ideal partner right now for Harry Maguire. He's fast. He's good on the ball. He does a little bit of he does some risky stuff sometimes in the opponent's box, but I still think that he always manages to get out of it. So,
mm-hmm.
All right, this is an interesting one. Daniel James. He came from the Championship.
As of right now, though, is he Premier League quality? Like,
yes, average. Based on this season, I'd say he's average.
Okay.
He started off really well.
Yeah, of course. He started
off to drop down, but he's just been overplayed.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say he's probably average.
Okay.
I'd say that's right for him this season.
But if he were to go to the Championship, he would get so many minutes.
Yeah, he gets so many minutes for us now. He was our starting. He's a starter. All right, so next we have Fen Samunt. I'm sorry, I really don't know how to pronounce this name.
Timothy Foose-Mensah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, he's not from quality.
Yeah, I would say he's Championship. He was on loan at Fulham, and he was also on loan at Palace, I think. And both loans were kind of underwhelming, I would say. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in the Championship quality. I think even though United just extended his contract, I do think that he will end up leaving soon.
Probably.
All right. Next up, we got Angel Gomez. This kid is. I don't know
He's
why he
insane.
doesn't get more minutes, man.
He's insane. He's insane. I really like him.
I like him, and I don't know why he doesn't play. I hope he signs it, and he signs an extension for us. I really don't want him to leave. If we let him slip through our hands, we're stupid.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, but based on this season, I haven't seen him play really.
Yeah, we haven't seen him play.
So
I feel like he's above average though.
you think
But he's
he's
not
above average in the Prem?
just in general, but I haven't seen him play in the Prem.
I think we should put him at championship, just to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, yeah.
To be fair, we think that Angel Gomez is a very, very good player. But at the moment, we have to put him there because we haven't seen enough of him. But I know that kid's a stud, and so does Mason. So,
Yeah.
all right. This one's kind of self-explanatory.
Yeah, I think so too.
Best right back in the Prem. I don't care what any Liverpool fan in the comments will say.
No, I mean,
he is the
Trent-
best right back in the Prem.
Trent can't defend, so I'll say that.
Trent Alexander-Arnold cannot defend. He has been exposed so many times in 1v1s. Liverpool fans, if you try and tell me that Wan-Bissaka got schooled by Firmino one more time, I swear.
Yeah.
Go back and watch the clip. He got up and deflected the ball. Just saying.
Yeah.
But I think he's personally, he's my player of the season so far. He's just been so
Oh, yeah,
consistent.
for sure.
He's
Definitely.
been so consistent. Best $50 million we've ever spent, to be honest.
He was a bargain, honestly.
Bargain for $50 million.
Yeah.
All right, we got Diogo Dallo. I'd say average.
Really?
You disagree?
You don't think maybe championship?
I mean, he's good though.
Yeah, but
Okay, again.
I mean, he would definitely walk into some like lower tiered Premier League teams.
I like Diogo.
Yeah, I do too. I'm not saying I don't like him.
He's so nice.
I just it's kind of the same thing. I haven't seen him play that much.
He makes Bruno sandwiches.
Then put him in average.
I'm going to put Diogo Dallo in average simply because I think that, again, he's got a lot of potential. He's very versatile. He can play multiple positions. I like Diogo Dallo. I hope I get to see more of him. I think him and Wan-Bissaka could actually end up working well together. Next up, absolute stud. Greenwood. Where does he go?
This is kind of hard. Personally, elite. No, I'm just. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Maybe class. He's definitely above average. We gotta admit that.
Yeah, I think he's class.
Yeah, I would put him at class.
If you look at the stats, Mason Greenwood has better stats than Joao Felix. Mason Greenwood, Martial, and Rashford have scored more goals together than Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah, and Roberto Firmino this season. That kind of puts things into perspective for you guys. Mason Greenwood is very, very good. What does he have, 15, 14 goals this season with a few assists tacked on there? Very, very good player. In a few years, guarantee you he's one of the world's best strikers. So, and he can play winger. So,
I mean, yeah, just right now he's one of the best young players. So,
100%. Tahith Chong, this one's tough.
This is tough because I haven't seen him play.
I've seen him play, and I know the kid plays well in, like, not in the first team when he's playing for the youth. But whenever he plays for the first team, he he plays like shit. But I know he's good, so it's like, and Ole re-signed him.
You think he's average, or do you think he's below average?
I'd probably put him at championship at the moment.
Okay, yeah, that's.
I'd put him in the same category as Gomez, but Gomez I know is good. Like I've seen Gomez play a bunch of times.
Yeah.
And every time I see Chong play, his crossing is just not there.
Yeah.
His decision-making, his football intelligence is not there. I would say the same thing about Daniel James in the football intelligence sense, though. Daniel James needs to get better in a decision-making mindset, right? because every time he gets around the box or he gets by somebody, he always puts his head down and kind of just like puts his foot through it instead of looking up. There were several times in the City game where he was away and he could have pulled it back to Bruno, and Bruno would have had a tap in. Could have won that last City game by 4 goals.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that Daniel James needs to get a little bit more intelligent when he's on the ball. But James Gardner, this is one that I can't really speak on as much, so I'm going to let Mason take this one.
Yeah, so I've seen him play a little bit. I think he's good. I think he's a very good player. He's a good center defensive midfielder. But
is he
I don't think
better than Gomez or Chong? Is he on that level?
I think he's probably at the same level. I mean, he came up through the academy with them.
Mm-hmm.
He's still really young.
Yeah.
I just don't see. I think he's better than champion. I think he's like a low Premier League team.
Okay. I haven't seen enough of him. So if there was a category in between these two, he'd be there. But we'll just say championship because we got to be consistent with Gomez,
Right.
Chong, and
Right.
Gardner.
That's fair.
Next up, we got Brandon Williams. I think he's been – I think average is probably where I put Brandon Williams. Based on the players that we have in there right now, I'd say Brandon Williams fits in there. He's been excellent in the game, in most of the games he's played in. He's a pretty good attacking threat. He's young. He plays for the badge. He's feisty. I like that.
Yep. I agree with that.
That being said, though, he does make some mistakes sometimes, but that just comes with his age. So I would probably say he's average at the moment.
Yep. Fair. Completely fair.
Romero. I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to say class.
Really?
I'm going to say class. Every time I see Romero play, it's either a clean sheet or a 1-0. Well, or not a 1-0 defeat, like a 1. We always win when Romero's on the pitch, but he stops everything.
We're not playing hard teams. It's not like we're playing.
Did you see his save when Wayne Rooney took that free kick? Sergio Romero has some ridiculous saves. Sergio Romero is the best backup in the world.
Oh, yeah, for sure, no doubt.
I think he's class.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind starting Sergio Romero in Prem games. Like, I would trust that.
Yeah. Would you start him, like, over Henderson?
Over Henderson? No, because Henderson's played it this season in the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And Henderson is the best goalie in the Premier League.
Yeah, that's fair.
So next year, I'd like to see Henderson come back and challenge De Gea for that number 1 spot.
Yeah, fair.
Juan Mata.
He's getting old.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
He doesn't play as well on the right wing. I will say that. He's more of a cam and he's more of a creator. He's like Bruno Fernandes. That's why they kind of link up well. Mm-hmm. He's being used in the incorrect role on that right wing now. So even though Juan Mata is old, I still think that Juan Mata has some great qualities. His vision is great. He creates chances. I mean, and he gets after it whenever he gets a chance to play. And his football intelligence is really good. So I would say he's average. Plus, he scored some nice goals for us this season. So
yeah, that's fair. But I don't know. It's kind of a tough comparison because I think Juan Mata is a better player than Romero. But they don't play similar.
But Romero's a goalkeeper, and whenever Romero plays, he's just a brick wall.
Yeah.
All right. This is a toughie. We've got David De Gea. David De Gea in the past has been the best goalie in the world. And I've always said that. I idolize De Gea as a goalkeeper. But that being said, his form has definitely fallen off the past 2 years. In this season, he's hit or miss. So I would say –
I mean, I would still put him at elite solely because I think people just compare him to, like, the seasons before where he was the best player for Manchester United. He's still really, really good. It's not like he's completely terrible.
Yeah. Even though his form has fallen off, I would still say he's elite because he's earned that status, right?
Right.
Like, you can't just say that he's not in the conversation for one of the best goalies in the world. Like, yes, his form has fallen off, but he's excellent. Like,
he's still amazing.
Yeah. And on his day, nothing is getting past him. So I'm just gonna put him in elite because I think that he's earned that status. But currently, like I'd say he's probably like in between class and elite.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not based on form, but just based on who he is as a player, like he's elite. All right, Odie and Igalo.
Average?
I mean, since he's come here, I think he's been class. Scored some really nice goals.
Yeah. But is he as good as Mason Greenwood?
I mean, he's only been here like 2 months, but he's done really well. This is tough. I mean, but I like Igalo. I don't know.
It doesn't mean even if he's average, it doesn't mean he's bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say average.
Yeah.
Very good since he's come in. I like him a lot. He's great for the locker room. Awesome guy. Love that he was a boyhood fan. I think that's great energy to have around. So I'm gonna put him there. Disagree?
No, I think that's completely fair. I like him as a person. I think he brings a good locker room presence. But I just don't think he's as good as Mason Greenwood.
Yeah. I agree. Nemanja Matic.
I don't know about – you can talk about him. I don't really know much about him.
You don't watch? You don't watch him?
I don't know. I'm not like a – I don't know.
You're not a big fan?
I'm not a big fan of Nemanja Matic, so I don't like watch his game that much.
Yeah. Mourinho signing plays really well in Mourinho's system. But I do have to say, even though this man is old, he's been awesome this season. He has played excellently whenever he's played this season. He had that volley against City.
I forgot about that.
He sits there behind those two, and just sits in front of the center backs and does excellent at cleanup work. He's awesome at that, and I really like. It's almost hard to drop him like at the moment. Like that's why when McTominay came back, like Matic has still been playing because I mean he's been so good this season. He's been so consistent. I would say if there was a category in between class and average, I'd put him there. But this season, if we're going on this season, I'd say he's been class based on his performances.
Okay.
I'd say he's been class. Paul Pogba, I mean –
elite. You have to put him in.
You have to put him at elite, guys. Like, whether or not you like Pogba, want him to leave, want him to stay, he is still one of the best midfielders in the world, and you cannot deny that.
Right. I mean, everyone criticizes him. Some of the criticism is fair, but it's kind of like the De Gea situation. Maybe his current form might be not as good, but come on, he's elite. He's one of the best midfielders.
100%. I can't wait to see that combination between Bruno and Pogba, guys. I keep saying
it's gonna be amazing.
It's gonna be nutworthy. Yeah, no, please leave.
Yeah, that's fine.
His face bothers me. Oh, who is this guy? Harry Maguire. Looks like brother. Mason.
My brother.
He's our captain. Most expensive center back in the world.
Yep. I mean, I'd be okay with putting him in elite, but maybe you might want to put him at class. I don't know.
Okay. Here's where I stand. Beginning of the season, Harry Maguire. Yeah. But now that he's gotten comfortable and he's really grown into his role and he has the captaincy, I think he's been elite. No question about it. I think that he's been awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in elite. And then you don't disagree?
No, I think that's completely fair.
Okay. So,
that's a good list.
This is our final list. And our scrubs, please leave. We have Jesse Lingard, Andreas Pereira, Phil Jones. And our championship quality player tier, we have I'm sorry again. Please say it.
Timothy Foose-Mensah.
Yeah, that. Next, we have Angel Gomez, Tahith Chong, Gardner. In our average category, some of these players may deserve or are on the cusp of class, but they are average. We have Axel, Lindelof, Scott McTominay, Daniel James, Diogo Dallo, Brandon Williams, Juan Mata, and Odi Nagalo. Next on class, we have Fred, Luke Shaw, Anthony Martial, Eric Bailly, Mason Greenwood, Sergio Romero, and Nemanja Matic. And then finally in our elite category, undroppable players, we've got Bruno Fernandes, we have Marcus Rashford, Wan Bissaka, David De Gea, Paul Pogba, and Harry Maguire. If you guys like and agree with our list, please drop a like on the video. If you guys disagree with our list or you would change something, please let us know in the comments what you would change.
But still drop a like.
But yes, also please drop a like.
And subscribe.
We're very glad and we're very proud of ourselves that we do not have a dislike yet on this channel.
Yes.
We would like to keep that. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Again, please like and subscribe on the video. And peace.
Peace out.
Turn this off. Oh, clap. Why did I do that?